Now we got the packs loaded up. We don't see any. Oh, we do see elite actually, but no chaff.
Well, it's not the ideal pack. You'd rather have like Saber plus Chaff and then be able to buy level 2 arcs, but hey, who knows? How
For
much does
sure.
Sarah like that pack?
A little bit of hounds in there as well. Not sure if any of these players like that particular unit. I feel like it's pretty polarizing. Some people love it, some people avoid it.
Wow, okay. Those are some really unusual packs. I thought Amplify Spider looked great for cast, but he ends up going Hound Mustang Quick Supply. Um
Yeah.
Now Quick Supply has gotten a bit buffed, right? So he could do something where he buys like 2 sabers on round 1.
Yeah, absolutely. You have so many potential options here in the quick supply, and actually the cost control as well. Having that extra $100 mean they can buy a 200 plus 100 now. So, I mean, what do you expect here? Two tarantulas. I mean, against the balls, that's pretty ballsy, but it's a decent call, I think.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? I think the best thing normally is Saber paired up with Mustang, but against Steel Balls, you don't really want to end up playing those Sabers. So I get that he goes for Tarantula here, and it's at least some nice front line.
Yeah, he's got a very balanced board. He's got like medium chaff in the hounds, one big boy in the tarantulas, and then mustangs. And which is all really good against the fangs as well. So I kind of like the board. Once he fills in like some real chaff like crawlers, fangs, I think he's looking really solid.
The nice thing as
Also,
well will be that the Steel Balls here are more squishy, right? So the Tarantulas can struggle sometimes in the early game, but that should be a bit easier for cast.
yeah, that's true. Since he's cost control a lot weaker. And speaking of which, the Mustangs will not get one shot by the arc lights, so possibly a really nice advantage in the early game here for cast.
Yeah, that's going to be a lovely breakpoint. It'll basically function as if, well, they're chaff as well, right? Like the Arclights won't easily breeze through that pack.
Oh, but the attack enhancement was taken, so Sarah, being cognizant of this fact, just avoiding it right from the get go.
It could be avoided though by cast. If he just clicks a defense enhancement, I think, then there's no way for Sarah to catch up.
Yeah, for sure. Something to look out for sure. Well, it looks like quick supply tempo definitely looking strong. Tarantulas in the early game are a pretty strong starting unit if the balls don't get the connection.
Yeah, those steel balls just melted.
Poor cost control.
Well, you know what you're in for. That extra pocket money does come at a price.
Yeah, absolutely. But cost control does love to take those spells, so pretty easy consideration there.
Yeah, that's where the resources come in real handy. You can go for these type of plays a bit more freely and still have enough money left to, well, make all of the plays that you would normally make.
For sure. Looks like we're going for a crawler trying to just get the tower for free. That does pair nicely with the wasp attack. We'll see if that gets parried, maybe even a tower fortification.
Yeah, the right tower from Sarah that's being attacked by Cast's Wasp Swarm is just completely undefended right now. Sarah does have 100 left, so
Oh, there it
okay,
is.
there we go.
Beautiful defense here. Castil's got money in the bank though. What's he gonna do? One deploy
Yeah,
left, $250.
yeah, you can get 2 chaff deployments down, I guess, but it's not going to be easy to defend that right tower.
Yeah, for sure. It's really hard to defend Wasp Swarm in general. Like the fact that a Fang doesn't do it is like saying a lot.
Yeah, the best you can do sometimes is just try and pull it away with the crawler like this, but then he's also got a crawler pack coming at his tower.
That's true. This will delay it a little bit, but not a lot. Oh, there's the
Oh,
fourth.
okay.
These players are solid. Really strong start from both these players.
Yeah, making some good calls. This is, yeah, a bit of a 50-50 there, because if the Wasp Swarm was in the middle, um, it would have gone to the left tower as well.
Yeah, that's true. So who'll get the tower first? Looks like the Wasps are way earlier on the tower here for cast, but of course there's some crawler DPS.
Steel Balls, by the way, got a lock on there for Sarah this round, so one Tarantula has gone down. Tower will fall first for cast.
Very similar timing, but oh, there's still got a tarantula left though. Maybe losing the other tower.
Yeah, this is just going to come down to the air fight in the end, which is not that significant because these wasps have been spawned. So all of that experience that they pick up will be lost anyway.
Yeah, for sure. It's all about the balls and the tarantulas getting experience for the most part. Do you think that hound levels matter much?
Mm, they definitely can. I would say into cost control, it probably does matter. Like I have seen the occasional board of hounds just over leveling and then taking over. So it could be something this game. I don't know how much Cast wants to invest into it though.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. One did level. We got the unit reinforcements though. Sara snap picking their favorite unit. No surprise.
Yeah, the double phantom there. That's kind of ballsy considering those double phoenixes are available as well.
Yeah, I agree for sure. Looks like they just want to get aggressive here, I guess. Cast looking to take something more stable, just taking the Phoenixes. That'll be good against the balls, good against the potential Phantom Rays. Now there's a Wasp being added as well. So pretty tricky, but Mustang is already on the battlefield.
Just want to like take a look at the right side of the board here. I mean, Sara knew that that tower had been leveled and he's unfazed. He just wants to go onto that tower and grab it even more, it seems like. We've got double Phantom, another Crawler on the flank, and then a Wasp pack to boot.
Yeah, it's such an interesting line of reasoning. Like normally when people invest the tower fort, I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'm just gonna like try and win really hard on the main battle, but not with Sara.
Yeah, like sometimes it can be worth maybe like trying to have a go at a level 2 tower for one turn, because 7 seconds of debuff is somewhat meaningful, but you'd have to imagine this will just make Cast level up his tower even more. And at that point, you've got so many resources or so many deployments on the right side. How are you ever going to move them?
Yeah, 100%. But at least he's attacking both sides, so he's a bit better against certain spells, certain ground effects.
Well, board here is more tame for Cast. Just added another Tarantula and a third Phoenix back, I believe.
Yeah, like very stable board. Just looking to have no weaknesses here. Try and win the main battle really hard. Hopefully the debuff, not impacting them all too much, which looks like it's working out, I think.
Yeah, the left side just crumbled completely before Sara managed to get to that tower.
Yeah, just so much weaponry in that area, and I don't think that the air victory will happen here. We still have so many Phoenixes, still got the Mustangs.
There's a couple of crawlers trying to get the tower, but maybe the Tarantula will be able to protect it there for Cast.
Yeah, I mean, there's just not much left either, so definitely gonna go forecast here. Not the end of the world here for Sara. They did get a teleport, done, which is worth some value. They
At least
may
they did
decide to
manage to
sell
kill the
out.
spider.
Yeah, and the Tarantula didn't level, so that's nice. Tarantula levels are very scary. That's why they keep nerfing it.
I think the downside here for Sara is going to be that he doesn't really have big DPS on the right side, so getting that level tower down quickly is still going to prove relatively difficult.
Yeah, that's a good point. We see armor picked up here on Phantom Ray, so actually it came a commit, and we have 4 of them on the battlefield. That's a pretty unusual line. It's definitely like it's a strong unit, and it creates a lot of problems for your enemy, but sometimes it doesn't have that staying power as the game progresses. Look at
And
that
both,
flank.
yeah, the
Wow.
flank just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and now there's another flank on the left side as well. So many phantoms picked up.
Yeah, and another round of a summon spell here, so that'll be interesting. They're using it aggressively once again. Looks like Sara has a pretty nice defense, I would say, like a crawler on each side. Should delay the Rhino for pretty long.
Yeah, the question is going to be for Cast, though. I think that Rhino might just head for tower right away.
Maybe, yeah. I actually can't tell. Like there are crawlers nearby, but there's also just so much pressure. Like this is insane. The Phantom Ray flank is already a line of cheese. Now we're adding a Wasp behind the Phantom and the Crawler on the right side here.
We get HE on the Tarantulas at the final second. That will definitely help Chaff clear quite a bit, and it's not too bad into the low-level steel balls either.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he just wants to win that side like really, really quickly before any debuffs happen. We'll see if that works out. Looks like you're right
Oh,
about the Rhino. Oh my god.
yeah.
Painful.
Sara there threads the needle, finds the weakness in Cast's defense, and that's going to be a very quick debuff.
Yep, one shot these days, even without
But
the enhancements.
does it matter? I mean, that was like debuff within 10 seconds, but where has Sara's board gone? It's just vanished.
For sure. I mean, it's looking better than last round, I guess, but yeah, I agree that they need to defend their main battle a little bit better.
Oh well. The Phoenixes somehow ended up dying there. Phantom's just kind of assassinating them, so it looks like Sara will be picking up the win after all.
And quite a bit of damage, I guess. I mean, the armor tech, of course, very potent against the enemy board here.
Okay, this is genuinely starting to get a little bit scary, I think, for Cast. He does get a level on the Phoenixes there, but look at those Phantoms. Every
Yeah,
single one of them just leveled, and Sara
and they
just
took it.
pressed Control U and upgraded them all.
Yeah, that's insane. Like, so much value as well, because, like, he has the armor tech on them, so it's just a lot of HP. The Mustangs will never chew through them. We get unit reinforcements as well, and with this many bodies, the flanks can get even crazier.
Well, ask and you shall receive. Just have a look at that right side. A Fire Badger has been added, crawlers on top of it as well,
Yeah, these are crazy flanks. Now we get the missile
and
interception technology on the Mustangs, but will they have enough time, and will they live?
yeah, left side as well, dude. I don't even know where to look anymore. We've got more Fire Badgers, crawlers, and wasps on the left flank too. Some missile intercept stangs have been picked up.
Does the melter do anything here? Like, eventually you want multi-melter, I think is the plan here, but like, I'm just worried that Cass is gonna lose like 1,500 per turn and just sort of not have the tempo to survive.
I mean, he could click multi-melt right away. It's so close
Yeah,
to the flank, it only costs 150.
but you need some missiles on all these crawlers, right? Like, these Mustangs are not gonna clear the crawlers. There it is. I mean, we'll see. I think it's gonna die, but if a missile comes out though, he's fine.
Yeah, I guess the important thing here for cast will be that interception, because you can intercept the phantom shots,
That's
and that's
true.
where most of Sarah's DPS will be coming from.
Yeah, that's a good shout actually. It's doing a pretty good job, but they will start to overheat. There is tower pressure. There's a Phoenix flank though. Oh, it's gonna take a while through the fortification, but that's a nice move.
Man, these Mustangs are some of the hardest working units I've ever seen. They're trying to shoot crawlers, wasps, while also intercepting the phantoms, but it looks like they got it done.
Yeah, very interesting turn of events here. Didn't
I mean,
quite
that's
expect
another
it.
great round for cast.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. This missile interception technology on Mustangs is just so pushed these days. Like, one pack just does an insane amount. That is so much damage. Oh my god.
Yeah, goodbye hit points. I mean, intercepting the DPS from the phantoms just makes all the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Just an insane value click there. Redeployment's definitely going to help Sara out here, of course, with so much flanking going on. The more mobility, the better. Mobile Beacon, of course, going to put some pressure on this Melter here. That's a good move. If you kill this Melter, that's like a lot of the tank ability of Cast gone. So with Steel Balls, that's a pretty nice idea here. Ground Spec on the Wasp, wow. Very cool. And Burst Mode.
Okay, I like it. Trying
Lots of
to
techs.
fix the DPS issues that he had. Burst can still be intercepted, by the way. If it's only one Phantom, I'm not sure it'll be able to overwhelm the Mustangs too easily, but we'll see shortly whether that is the case. At least the ground spec Wasp will be able to help out as well, and maybe those steel balls get a connection.
Yeah, the ideas definitely make sense. It'll just come down to like connections, and of course it depends like when does Cast want to pull the trigger on sentry missiles and just like devices in general, because they're really powerful right now and Sarah's really low.
There's so many things happening. Cast did pick up that jump drive last turn, which is going to help him to kind of re-maneuver and defend the flanks accordingly.
Yes, so crazy. We see some missiles coming out. I think I think it's a good idea here. Like you might be able to close it out on Sarah, and I think you might scale better too. Like the missile interception just puts a clock on these phantom rays.
Yeah, I think you're completely right. Getting rid of the crawlers there is just very valuable. If the Melter can just get a lock, you should be able to win the round.
Yeah, absolutely. Doesn't look like
Well,
there's too much tower pressure for now. Oh, the melter goes down though.
yeah, the steel ball's there, and I think maybe the Phantom Rays. Yeah, if you hover over them, 67k damage. So it looks like the burst did not get intercepted.
Crazy. I'm really surprised. Like I can never tell who's gonna win each round. It's such a weird game state.
Yeah, and with the debuffs, the Mustangs and the Phoenixes are just not quite able to get rid of all of those small units, and Sara will be striking back. Cast now getting down to 2300.
Yeah, this is anybody's game for sure. No unit reinforcements. We do get some drops here, some unit drops, or spells, I guess. They've been pretty popular this game.
Well, do you want the big flying unit drop or the small flying unit drop? Seems like Cast wants the Overlord, and Sara will just be happy with the Wasp Swarm.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I do like trying the battleship here, you know. If that thing can actually get the tower, it's just game winning. And it kind of got semi buffed. Like it's more expensive, but it's a huge body to take care of in your backline.
I like the beacon there from Cast. The Wasps would have created a bit of an issue there from Sara in his backline, but looks like the Mustang should be able to intercept them on their way over.
Yeah, that'll definitely take care of that, but retreating away, does that leave your tower exposed?
Yeah, I guess the hope is that Sara's units will just follow Cast's units and kind of ignore the tower.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Cass is very good with beacons, so I'm gonna trust him on this one. But I wouldn't mind seeing a tower fortification. Okay, he does do the tower fort. It's usually worth it in these crazy aggressive games to at least put like that $100 investment on each tower.
We've got a cheese, or well, an attempt at a cheese coming out as well, as we've got oil purchased there for Sara trying to burn the Stangs, but seems like Cast had a read on it, does put the shield down.
Yeah, interesting. Well, let's see.
Importantly, no missiles came out for Cast this time, so we'll have to see how this goes. The steel balls are already locking on to the Tarantula, now trying to make their way over to that Melter, which looks like will be falling.
So much stuff going on at once. The boat looks like it'll eventually get through, but the tower on the left is gonna fall down here. Oof.
Yeah,
That's a
that retreat
5-second
not
debuff.
quite working out.
Both towers gone.
Well, and again, it's going to be the air army from Sara prevailing. It's only small units, so it won't be lethal, but I think that does amount to at least 1,000 damage, if not slightly over.
Yeah, probably putting him into one-tap potential here. Definitely a pretty uncomfortable position to be in. I mean, for both players, honestly, but Cast kind of losing momentum here, I feel.
3 units.
More
Is
air.
there anything in here that saves Cast?
I feel like the Wraith is okay, but maybe sketchy against the burst mode. So maybe you just want tanks instead, like just Fortress to have, you know, a big tank in front of your tower.
It's a bit of a tough one. Sara already picks up the Wraith, so it does complete kind of that trifecta, I guess, of air units with the Phantoms, the Wraith, and the Wasp.
Yeah, so cool. You were even shouting out that they're good with air, and then look at this game. Like, this is such a masterclass.
Yeah, this is hard to deal with. I think you'd almost need... your two options are basically Raiden or Multi-Melt. Now, Multi-Melt is on the board, but there's only the one.
Yeah.
And it's been struggling so far. The Chafter is just not quite there. Maybe the Wraith can provide, though, because that is, well, an excellent Chafter unit.
Yeah, no text on it yet, though. Oh, just kidding. Okay, so we got range. We got two of them. Putting a big focus on the right side here, which I think makes sense. The battlefield used to be on the top left, but as the game progressed, now it's all about the top right. The bottom left has a tower level fortification of 3. So they don't feel Cass doesn't feel too bad about, eventually losing it, it seems.
I think the one issue, though, is that there's just not quite enough air DPS. Like, killing all of the phantoms here,
Yeah,
dealing with the Wraith,
they're
it's
really
basically
tanky
only going to be the Melter and or the Phoenixes.
for sure. It's a tall order for such a few amount of units.
Well, again, Steel Balls are moving in on the right side, and looks like they will lock onto the Melter. Oh, never mind. For now, it's staying safe.
Oh, the balls
But
fall.
suddenly, the burst came through.
Oh, the tower though. It was looking really good until the tower. Maybe he's
Well,
still
the Melter
fine.
is still alive.
Yeah, so tanky. And all of the assets are now on the same page here. The Mustangs follow through, but what's our tower level? Only tower level 2 here. That's still a 7-second debuff if it is to fall. Oh,
Doesn't quite
this is...
look like Sara can get through. I think the
No.
Melter just... This one turn, the Melter survives, and then
Yeah,
that looks like it's going to be enough.
how did that Melter do so well? Wait, is that game? Oh my
Yeah, it
god.
is. That's a surprising end there. It was looking kind of bad, all of these rounds for Cass, but then suddenly the Melter wakes up and just refuses to die.
That was a really cool game. I love how Cast was retreating to the right side while tower fording it up to level 3. That was such a cool move.
Yeah, and I think maybe what did it was that Wraith drop after all. I mean, if we look at them,
Yeah.
they did a whole bunch of damage, cleared all of those crawlers, and I think that made it easier for the Melter to get the locks that it needed.
Yeah, look at their kill counts, like 24, 51, and 83. That's like 150 total, probably like crawler kills, maybe some wasps. That's a really high performance for sure, for only one tech as well.
Yeah, very well played. So Cast takes game number one. We'll be seeing him again very shortly in the third best of one
For
between the two
sure.
winners.